Do you ever find your confidence shaken by things you can't control? One day you feel capable, and the next, a single comment or a minor setback makes you question everything. For most of us, this would be a normal reaction. But what if you could build a kind of confidence that didn't depend on praise, promotions, or outside events? A quiet, solid self-belief that comes from the inside. This isn't a new idea. For over 2,000 years, the Stoics have offered a way to build this inner strength. They saw confidence not as a feeling, but as a skill that comes from a well-ordered mind. It's not about being loud or arrogant. It's about a deep, rational trust in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Today, we'll explore 7 of their core guidelines for building this unshakable self-belief. Guideline 1. Separate what you can control from what you cannot. The first and most important principle in all of Stoicism is what they called the dichotomy of control. The philosopher Epictetus, who was born a slave, said the chief task in life is to separate things into 2 categories: things that are up to us and things that are not. Think about how much energy we spend worrying about things we have no real power over. What other people think, the economy, or a traffic jam. The Stoics would say this is the main source of our anxiety. We are tying our well-being to things outside of our command. True confidence begins when you shift your focus to the one area where you have complete control: your own choices, your thoughts, your judgments, and your actions. That's it. You don't control the outcome of an interview, but you control how well you prepare. You don't control if someone likes you, but you control whether you act with integrity. Imagine you want a promotion at work. Many of us would obsess over the outcome, thinking, will I get it? What if they choose someone else? This way of thinking creates anxiety because it's focused on what's external. The Stoic approach is to focus only on what is in your control. I will prepare my work to the best of my ability. I will be professional and diligent. The outcome is then left to happen as it will. By focusing your value on your effort, the one thing that is truly yours, you build self-respect, no matter the result. A simple exercise is to take a piece of paper and draw a circle. Inside, write down the things about a problem that you control: your actions, your mindset. Outside, write everything you don't control: other people's reactions, the final outcome. Then, decide to put your energy only into the things inside the circle. This single practice is the first step toward building real confidence. Guideline 2. Understand that your judgments shape your reality. This second guideline builds on the first. The Stoics taught that it is not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them. As the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In reality, we don't feel bad because we fail. We feel bad because we have the thought, "I am a failure." The anxiety before a presentation doesn't come from the presentation itself. It comes from the thought, "I will mess this up and look foolish." The event is neutral. Our interpretation gives it power. This idea is incredibly freeing. It means our feelings are not just random things that happen to us. They are the result of our own thoughts, which we can learn to observe and question. The soul, as Marcus Aurelius said, becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If you let thoughts of self-doubt run freely, your confidence will be colored by them. Think about posting a project you're proud of online, and you get a negative comment. The event itself is neutral, just words on a screen. But the judgment, "This proves my work is bad," is what causes the emotional damage and breaks your confidence. A Stoic would pause and look at that thought. Is it really true? Does one person's opinion cancel out all your hard work? Or is this an external event, someone else's opinion, that you are allowing to control your internal state? A useful practice is to create distance from your thoughts. When you feel self-doubt, identify the exact thought. Instead of saying, "I feel unconfident," say, "I am having the thought that I'm not good enough for this." Then you can ask, is this thought helping me? Is it completely true? This creates a space between you and your thoughts. You are the observer, and you can choose which thoughts to believe. Guideline 3. Find your worth in virtue, not in validation. In our world, we are often taught to seek validation from external things. Our job title, how much money we make, or praise from others. The Stoics would say this is a recipe for a fragile self. It makes us slaves to opinion. As Stoics like Epictetus warned, when you look outside yourself for approval, you compromise your own principles. The Stoic alternative is to find self-worth in living a life of virtue. For them, virtue was the only true good. They focused on 4 cardinal virtues. Wisdom, the ability to see things clearly as they are. Justice, acting with fairness and integrity toward others. Courage, facing challenges with strength. Temperance, practicing self-control and moderation. Confidence that's built on virtue is untouchable. Why? Because it's completely within your control. Someone can take your job or your reputation, but no one can force you to be dishonest. No one can stop you from acting with courage or kindness. Your character is your own. Imagine you're in a meeting and could easily take credit for a colleague's idea. Seeking external validation might tempt you, but the path of virtue of justice requires you to give credit where it's due. You might not get the immediate praise, but you earn something more lasting, your own self-respect. This is the foundation of Stoic confidence. It's knowing that, no matter the outcome, you acted according to your values. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." At the end of each day, you can reflect on these 4 virtues. Ask yourself, where did I act with wisdom today? Where did I show courage? Where was I fair? Where did I practice temperance? By focusing on your character, you move your sense of self-worth from the opinions of others to the solid ground of your own actions. Guideline 4. Build confidence through deliberate action. The 4th guideline is simple. Action builds confidence, while sitting and thinking breeds doubt. The Stoic writer Seneca observed, "It's not because things are difficult that we dare not venture. It's because we dare not venture that they are difficult." Often, our lack of confidence comes from overthinking all the ways we might fail, which paralyzes us. The Stoics were practical. They knew you can't just think your way into confidence. It's built through evidence, and evidence is created by doing the work. When you apply yourself to a task, day after day, you build a real belief in your ability to get things done. This isn't about big, heroic actions. It's about small, consistent efforts. Think about learning a new skill. You could spend months worrying that you're not good enough or comparing yourself to others. Or you could follow the Stoic path. Practice for 20 minutes every single day. After a month, You won't be an expert, but you will have real proof of your progress. This concrete evidence, born from your own actions, is what builds true confidence. You start to believe you can do it because you are doing it. Choose one area where you feel a lack of confidence. Now, break it down into the smallest possible daily action. If you want to be more confident speaking to people, your action could be to say hello to one new person each day. If you want to be a confident writer, your action is to write one paragraph each day. The goal is not the final outcome, but the consistent action itself. Trust the process. If you're finding these ideas useful for navigating modern life, consider subscribing to the channel. We explore timeless wisdom every week, and subscribing ensures you won't miss future discussions. Guideline 5. Conduct a daily evening review. The fifth Stoic guideline is a powerful ritual for self-improvement, the daily evening review. Philosophers like Seneca practiced this. He wrote, "When the light has been removed, I examine my entire day and go back over what I've done and said, hiding nothing from myself, passing nothing by." This isn't about criticizing yourself for mistakes. It's about building an honest record of your day. Our minds tend to remember the one thing that went wrong more than the 10 things that went right. A daily review helps to correct this. Vague feelings like, "I'm a failure," cannot survive when faced with specific facts. By reviewing your day, you might see that while you made a mistake, you also handled a difficult task with patience and showed kindness to someone. You are collecting data that proves the negative voice in your head wrong. This practice does two things for your confidence. First, it makes you acknowledge your small wins, reinforcing that you are capable. Second, by reviewing your mistakes calmly, you reframe them as lessons, not as proof of your failure. A setback becomes just an event to learn from, not a permanent mark on your character. Before you go to sleep tonight, you can try this. Set aside 5 minutes and ask yourself 3 questions. 1. What did I do well today? 2. Where could I have acted better? 3. What can I learn from today to improve tomorrow? This simple habit trains your mind to focus on progress, not perfection. Guideline 6. Embrace your own imperfection. This 6th guideline might seem to go against what we think of as confidence. In a world that shows us images of flawless success, the Stoics teach us to find strength in our own imperfections. Stoic confidence isn't about pretending you are perfect. It's about having the courage to be human. As Seneca wrote, "I judge you unfortunate because you have never lived through misfortune. You have passed through life without an opponent. No one can ever know what you are capable of, not even you." Mistakes and vulnerabilities are not signs of weakness. They are the training ground for resilience. Trying to be perfect is exhausting, and it destroys self-belief. Every time we fall short, we see it as a failure. We live in fear of being found out or exposed. This is the opposite of real confidence. A Stoic accepts their own humanity. They know they will make mistakes and face challenges. Their confidence comes from trusting their ability to handle these things when they happen. It's the confidence of a sailor who doesn't expect a calm sea, but trusts their ability to navigate the storm. Think of someone giving a speech. One person tries to be perfect, memorizing every word. They are so afraid of messing up that they seem robotic. Another person accepts they might stumble over a word. They speak from the heart. If they make a small mistake, they acknowledge it and move on. Which person seems more confident? The second one, of course, their confidence is in their resilience, not their perfection. The next time you make a mistake, try to resist the urge to immediately criticize yourself. Instead, treat yourself as you would a friend. Acknowledge what happened without harsh judgment. This doesn't mean you stop trying to improve. It means you stop demanding the impossible, which frees you to focus on what you can actually control, your effort and your growth. Guideline 7. Practice amor fati, a love of your fate. This brings us to our final and perhaps most powerful guideline. It's a concept the Stoics lived by, which was later given the Latin name amor fati, a love of fate, by the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. This idea goes beyond just accepting what happens. It means to embrace it, to see it as necessary. Epictetus captured this when he said, "Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will, then your life will flow well." This is the ultimate form of confidence. It's the belief that no matter what happens, success or failure, good or bad, you can not only handle it, but you can find a benefit in it. With this mindset, a challenge is no longer an obstacle, it becomes an opportunity. A lost job is not a disaster. It's an event that pushes you toward a new path. A tough criticism is not an attack. It's fuel that you can use to improve. If you can find good in everything that happens, how can anything truly defeat you? Your confidence is no longer dependent on your circumstances, because all circumstances are seen as useful. You stop fighting reality and start working with it. As Marcus Aurelius said, the obstacle becomes the way. For a mind that has embraced its fate, every setback is just more fuel for the fire. The next time you face a problem, you can try this mental reframe. Ask yourself, how can I use this? What is the opportunity here? Instead of wishing it hadn't happened, actively look for the good in it. This isn't about being blindly positive. It's a strategic choice to see the world not as a threat, but as a series of chances to grow. By loving your fate, you become its master. Conclusion. So, to recap the 7 guidelines. 1. Focus on what you control. 2. Remember your thoughts, create your emotions. 3. Find your worth in your character, not in validation. 4. Build confidence through consistent action. 5. Review your day to learn and grow. 6. Embrace your imperfections. 7. Practice amor fati, a love of your fate. Building this kind of confidence is a lifelong practice. It requires patience and consistency. But by using these principles, you can slowly build a self-belief that is internal, deep, and truly unshakable. You become the master of your own mind. This is the way of the Stoic. Thank you for watching. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more on practical philosophy. Now, I'd like to hear from you. Which of these 7 guidelines stood out to you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your journey could be an inspiration to someone else.